Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Zoo Tycoon, the final video of this little series we did. I've had my fun, but it is time to draw to a close. So to end with a bang, we are going for the ultimate zoo scenario, very advanced difficulty. And in this scenario, we are going to combine everything that we have learned, from the base game to the Dinosaur Digs expansion to Marine Mania. Everything comes together. We have to have a zoo rating of 90, average animal happiness of 90, very easy to do, guest happiness of 90, pretty tough, 10 different animal species, 2 zoo animals, 2 dinosaurs, 2 marine animals, 500 guests in the zoo, and $200 of profit for all shows. Gonna be a pretty challenging scenario. Thing is, this is a re-record. I tried recording this earlier, I played for about 2 hours, and then the game crashed and the save game got corrupted, and now I'm starting over. You can ask me how happy I am about that. The answer is probably pretty self-evident. Alright, here we are in the zoo. It is a giant blank canvas of dirt and water, and some sand. But upon this blank canvas, I shall create my masterpiece. Alright, let's plan this out. Here's what I'm thinking for this. What we can do is have in this kind of corner over here, sort of a more marine section. And the idea is I want to have a show close-ish to the park entrance and where I kind of anticipate to be a major hub of guest activity. That way, unlike in the last video, our guests will be able to get to the show a lot more easily, and therefore I'll get a lot more ticket revenue. So I'm going to want to have either orcas or dolphins or something kind of in this general area, maybe some sharks and other stuff. And over here, we can go ahead and get started with some basic zoo animals. And the reason I'm starting with basic Zoo Tycoon stuff is because they tend to be a bit more affordable and ultimately a little bit more profitable than the marine animals, and definitely more than the dinosaurs. So it's a good way to kind of get a good solid foundation. We'll start with probably something relatively simple, like, how about Siberian tigers? Those worked out really well for us last time. I guess we could do the Bengal tigers instead. No, we'll do the Siberian tigers. That worked out for us really well in the first video. And then once we got at least a couple of exhibits, I'll get myself a zookeeper, and then we can worry about getting some marine life and branching out into that side of the game. You might be wondering, by the way, why I'm using this cobblestone pathing, because it is a little bit more expensive, and by a little, I mean a lot. One of the main reasons I'm using it is because it does actually increase guest happiness to walk on it for some reason. That and brick, I believe. It's like, what, 6% or something? So yeah, having some of this can technically be kind of good for the park, and since the park rating and guest happiness is going to be very, very important to me, I see that as being a pretty good thing. Alright, you all know how this works, so we're going to build up a nice exhibit. Okay, so we got 3 exhibits to start us off. We've got our tigers, we got some crocodiles, and I got some gray wolves, and that's kind of everything that I can afford at the moment. So we need to get ourselves some sort of restaurant system set up. We could go for just a basic one. And I guess that's okay. It doesn't really matter what kind of restaurant you put out, really. We'll put it right over here to start us off. That still leaves a little bit of room for some extra decoration. Also things like a carousel if we wanted it. Actually, that fits about perfectly. Well, almost did. No, it could if I put it right here. It might get a little noisy. I'm not sure that I really like it. We could go for something more decorative, though. A Japanese koi pond, for example. Who doesn't like a Japanese koi pond? Everybody likes a Japanese koi pond. Or alternatively, we have like a rock garden. Or a rainforest pond might even be more accessible. Now, rock garden? Rock garden could be kind of fun. I don't know. We'll think on that. How did the tiger escape? The tiger escaped already. Well, geez. I'm amazed that that happened. Please fix the cage. It just about killed somebody. That poor kid. And our zookeeper shot it. Not really. Tranquilized, but... Huh. How did it knock... How did it... There's multiple breaches? No. Wow. It really knocked that down quick, didn't it? Alright, well, we've completely tanked our rating. This is gonna suck. Oh, and then it immediately gave birth to 2 tiger cubs. It doesn't quite make up for the damage you nearly did, but it turns out you were trying to escape because you had to give birth and you didn't like this cage. Is that what's going on? Probably. And now something apparently has broken out of the gray wolf exhibit as well. What the crud? For real, though, how is this happening? I've only been playing for a short amount of time, and already things are breaking everywhere. I'm amazed. I don't know why, and the wolves haven't figured it out yet, apparently. There's the breach right there. How did that happen? Okay, very advanced difficulty scenario indeed. I wonder if they increased the breakage rate. Good to know. Amazingly enough, this stuff actually recovered pretty quickly, though. This Japanese garden seems to be working pretty well. We do need to place a compost building. I need to remember we can do things like that now. We're not in Marine Mania anymore. We can sell the poop. I had to get rid of that Japanese theater. As much as it was making people happy, it just kept playing the same music over and over, and it was driving me nuts. I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. So we got an animal theater instead, which actually might make me a profit, and that's probably fine, too. Okay, so that's a total of 4 animal exhibits that we have right now, which is probably enough to keep our one zookeeper busy for a good long while. Any more fences want to break down? No? Okay. So I guess the next thing to do is to save up some money, hope we get some grants or something, maybe for having happy guests, and then we can start working toward getting some sort of a show. Maybe an orca show, dolphin show. Anything that's going to make me a pretty tidy profit would be awesome. Aren't giraffes kind of weird critters? I know this is like a very random thought in the middle of a Zoo Tycoon game, but just like watching them walk around, this guy's just kind of leaning his neck over. Look at this. Aren't they just the dorkiest freaking animals in the world? Okay, there are some dorkier looking ones, but I'm just saying. They're bizarre. I've always thought so. Well, we've managed to stash up a little bit of money. So far, things are working out pretty well. Let's start working toward an orca exhibit. Or something like that. I'm not especially picky. Now, I would to the Atlantean tanks, but I suspect the orcas will like to have a little bit of privacy, so we're going to have to go for some concrete, probably over along like this, and then something more solid kind of going along this way. Now, they like to have a nice big tank, unfortunately, which gets a little on the expensive side, you might imagine, but we'll have to make do. Do something kind of like, wait. I like to leave a little dimple in the corners here, so I have an easy place to place a tank filter later if I want to. There we go. This will be my orca tank. Now we just need to place the darn things. Oh, good. Endangered animals are now available. Love it. Let's go for the orca. 1 male, 1 female, and there goes most of my money. All right, rocks. Have more rocks. Seaweed, have more seaweed. And of course now we're just in a position where I'm going to have to raise up the tank a lot because these poor little guys are so upset. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, if I can get a little bit more money, let's go ahead and get a marine specialist, and boom, we are broke again. Wonderful, but now we have orcas. If only we can make it a little bit deeper. Well, I had to expand the tank out a little bit more in order to make him happy, and we are very, very broke, but at least now the orcas are feeling pretty good. Yeah, if I only could stack up a few thousand more dollars, I'd happily create a show tank and we could get this party started, but that's going to be a little while. Oh, it's a little baby orca got born. Hi, buddy. You're a little baby killer whale. You're going to grow up to be a killer someday. It's not your fault, it's in the name, but you're still adorable. Actually, this is fantastic. That's a baby animal that'll draw a crowd. Awesome. Okay, we were able to afford getting a show tank. Now if I raise this up just a couple notches like so, we have an access point, and now we can create a show, which I will set to infrequent to start, and we need to add in some toys. Or show props or something. I did make it just large enough. We should be able to fit in an advanced trick area, which is good. We'll place this probably towards the back-ish. Somewhere like this should be fine. Can we get a stage? Yes. Place you right over here, I think. And then a ball. We can fit a ball. All right, ball goes right over there. Perfect. Now let's set up a show. Play with the ball. Do a sideways breach. Also, beach on the stage. And you've already sprayed water at the crowd. You know what? You wave hello, and then at the very end, you're going to wave goodbye. Yeah? So wave, introduce yourself, play with the ball, do a cool trick, and then wave and say goodbye. Perfect. First show should be beginning soon, and it looks like the entire park is pretty much on its way. And with a good central location like this, I think there's a very good chance we're going to get a lot of visitors. That's lots of free money for me. Ba-da-da-da-da. I am not gonna lie. I saw that orca with its flipper, and for some reason I thought it was the top of its mouth, and that it was a graphical bug, and it had completely unhinged its jaw, which was horrifying. Oh well, okay, so we filled in a pretty good chunk of the bleachers. We made about $183 out of that show. It's not amazing by itself, but I'm hoping as we continue to build out more and more of the park and more people get here, we'll get more. It'll be great. And of course, what kind of businessman would I be if I didn't place a gift shop right outside the exit, right? Right? I know how this works. Huh. I don't know if this is intentional or not, but it actually looks like all the wolves are descending upon their meal like a pack. That's kind of cool. I don't think it's supposed to do that. I think that's a total coincidence, but that's funny. Oh dear. We seem to have a whole bunch of baby tiger sharks everywhere. What are they called? Are they called pups? For some reason, I want to say that baby sharks are called pups, but I don't really know for sure. I have no idea why I'm coming to that conclusion. It'd be hilarious if I'm right. I guess since we have this big patch of leftover water, nothing really wrong with hopping into Marine Mania and grabbing some, like, swimming with dolphins or boat rental shacks, right? I don't think that would upset anybody at all. Costs $450 and it's going to get me some extra money. Sounds good to me. We'll place you right at... And then what we can do is we can find the special fence that allows us to get some buoy ropes, kind of rope this area off so people don't go, like, too far with their dolphins. Wouldn't want anyone stealing the dolphins, now would you? Heck no. Hey, don't sharks, like, eat their own babies if they're able to? I'm pretty confident the babies have to, like, flee from the mama after they're born because otherwise the mama might eat them. I could be wrong on this point. Apparently I don't know a lot about sharks. Or maybe I do, and it's just like... That was loud. Or it's just like some hidden knowledge, but I'm pretty confident. Ooh, $615 for the... excuse me, cut that. Ooh, $615 of profit from that one show. That's not bad. There you go. See, I told you guys I found a moneymaker. Oh my gosh, this giraffe fence had like 5 different places that it was broken. Wait, more? Oh my gosh, 6! 6 places this thing was practically about to fall apart. And he's still registering as more. What the heck, man? You know, I severely underestimated how much money you can make just by breeding all these animals. Each of these tiger sharks is worth like $1,400. And now that they're not babies and cute anymore, I can afford to just get rid of a bunch of them and free up some space. It's great. Wow, full crowd. I don't think I've ever done that before. How much did that make me? Well, that doesn't seem right. Should have made way more money than nothing. Okay, we have just enough money, I think, to finally start placing down some dinosaurs and... we're not anywhere close to ending the scenario, unfortunately, with 500 guests, but at least getting some dinosaurs down would be good. So what should we go for? A Styracosaurus? I haven't done a Styracosaurus. Maybe a Stegosaurus. Those are always a classic, right? Who doesn't like a good old-fashioned stego? Alright, Lego my stego. Let's place down a couple of stegos. I feel like I've been playing for a very long time. It's been, oh boy, almost 4 hours. No, more than that, sorry. About 5. Right, well... The park is pretty large and looks great and all, but we only have 395 guests out of the 500 that I need. Plus a slightly better zoo rating and slightly better happiness. If only we could do that, we'll have it, but man, we're having a heck of a time getting there, aren't we? Well, at this point, the only thing I can really think to do is start lowering ticket prices and try to entice more people to enter the park, because we're getting a good chunk of people in here. I just need to raise up their happiness a little bit, and I've got even just the right zoo rating, so if we can lower the ticket price just enough to really start encouraging a lot more people to enter the park and be happier for it, then we might very well have it. They're saying the entrance fees are really good value. Excellent. Now's the time to start marketing like crazy. Quick, hire an army of tour guides. We just need to get their happiness up 3 more points, and we're so close to having the 500 that we need. So gosh dang close. Just need to bump up your happiness a teeny weeny bit more. Ooh, the Silver Certificate Award for the 500th guest milestone. Guest milestone. So we finally hit that number. Okay, good. So lowering the ticket price really helped. Now we just need to raise up their happiness a freaking 2 points. 2 dang points! Maybe if I set my shows to continuous. Sorry, Orcas, you're gonna have to work for a while, but Let's start raking in the happiness. Oh, it's taunting me. 89. Now 88. Come on. Don't you guys hear Santa Claus around here somewhere? Where is he? There he is. That's gotta be worth a point, right? Come on. Finally! Oh my god, that took forever. I don't know, we just crossed like the magic threshold, I guess. It's freaking random. Just enough guests are happy, the stars aligned, and we have finished the scenario. That took absolutely forever. I promise you I did not expect to spend several hours of my Tuesday afternoon working on this video, but there we go. Well guys, I've had a lot of fun. It's time to retire this game once again, but it's been great going back to some old childhood memories. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this as much as I have. If so, then be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. Hit that notify button if you want to see my future content, and I will see you guys next time.